Okay, so I have not done a video in forever, and there's just so much glare on this, I can't really see. But I just have a problem because, I was looking for some Christian family vlogs because I usually have a guilty indulgence, a secret guilty indulgence. Y'all can't even see my face. Okay, this lighting is not working. Yeah, a guilty indulgence, which is It's Judy's Life. I don't know if anybody out there watches It's Judy's Life. Sorry, I'm trying to get past all the sunlight that's coming in. It's not a bad thing, but it's just not working so that you guys can see my face. Not that I am put together at all for people to be looking at me, or anything's put together too much right now in my life. And you're going to hear all about that in a minute. So, yes, what was I saying? I usually subscribe to It's Judy's Life, and I'm guilty of that because it's very non-Christian. Like, she's Catholic, but there's a lot of swearing, and they just do things that a Christian wouldn't really do, wouldn't really engage in. Sorry, I'm giving you a better shot of my face, but I really shouldn't, because I'm not really put together right now. But anyways, so I was looking for Christian family vlogs, and I was looking for like half an hour, 45 minutes to find them, and I did not find any on YouTube. So I thought, I really need to start vlogging again, because there was even some vlogs that says bring back Christians on YouTube. So I guess there's a need for this, just seeing how I'm going to keep looking, because first of all, I was looking it up because of homeschooling. When I first started, I've always been dabbling in homeschooling with my son, as in where we get up in the morning and we'll do some extra studies. A lot of parents don't admit this, but because today it's like, even I go to university and most people are claiming disability, so they have extra help, right? They have most of these people that get disability have tutors that cost about $35 an hour, and it's more about, what was my complaint about that again? It's more, the environment is just, it'll come to me in a minute, but it's more about how much money you have these days to get the extra leg up, how much you can pay an expert or somebody who can help you, and instead of, pushing your own faculties to the max to see what you've got to push through. And so anyways, I've always tried homeschooling with my son the best we can, just doing some sort of math lessons, whether it be easy, some sort of language lessons. Language has always been my love, so I always wanted my son to be able to write very well. That was extremely important for me. I really wanted him to be able to write essays nicely and to express himself, because this is what being in the world is about being able to express yourself. And if you don't have that ability, then you really are stunted. So Even when I started university, I was just enamored by my first English professor, because I was just like, how did you make up all this curriculum? It must take you so much time to put, each course together, write out the syllabus properly. For those professors that actually take the time to properly map out their schedule for the kids, and you can see how passionate a professor is, how well they've done that, and you can tell by how detailed the syllabus is, and you can even tell by the attitude of the teacher or the professor, how much work they've put into this and how passionate they are about the subject. So, this whole thing of homeschooling. So I've always tried to do this homeschooling, and it's hard. It's really hard. It's hard to keep it up. I wanted to take my son out for a year just to do exclusive schooling with him, because he needed that attachment parenting type of care. He was getting really rude with the teachers and giving a lot of he wasn't really rude, but the teachers, they never had any problem with him, and he started getting his hormones, I guess, and he was giving some sort of talking back, and one of the teachers who I had a ridiculous crush on said, yeah, Divine really talked back to me like that, snapped at me one day, what's going on? It's usually we're pretty steady, so I don't understand what's going on there. So I thought he needed more time, and I noticed his attitude escalating in a negative direction, and I thought, okay, at this time I was pretty deep in university and involved with my studies, and but I did see that I probably needed to spend more time with him one-on-one. So I wanted to do some homeschooling for a year to get his attitude, if anything, more so sorted out, and work on some things like his writing and his math, and really just be able to give him that one-on-one time that he doesn't get in the school system. I decided against that, because the first lesson that we did at the beginning of the year of grade 6, he finished it in 15 minutes, and that was calculus, some calculus, pre-calculus type of exercises to get him, this is something that I really want him to have, because it's really stunting me right now and stunting my progression, and some writing and some exercises about what is good writing, and about logic too. A lot of philosophy was in there, and he finished it really quickly. And it was complicated stuff, so I thought, okay, we could do this in the morning, we could do this on the side. Having the organizational skills and the discipline to wake up early every morning to study, and there was enough language too. We're studying to study German, and to study logic, and to study math, and to do Bible study was just, all very daunting. It was half in the morning that we did some of it, and then half in the evening when we came home. So the math got done at night, but I think it was the language stuff that got done in the morning. I have the schedule on the walls here in the bedroom and stuff, and on the fridge. So yeah, it was hard, and I really want to know how other mothers wrap their mind around this. Also, I'm the family mom, and so all the kids used to be at my house. I used to have 10 kids coming to my house on a daily basis, and people would ask me, oh, what camp is this? What camp is this? I'm like, no, this is my house. This is just me with the kids. And I I wish other people would vlog that stuff. Like, I don't really have the equipment to vlog that, and maybe some people are discouraged because of, I don't know, but there's a lot of moms out there who need the support system to say that, you're not the only one dealing with a lot of kids, and what to feed them and how to fit in academics and how to get your kids learning and having fun and a good experience in life all at the same time. And if you're a single mom like me, then you're also dealing with how to have your own life, because when you have a husband, I think it's a lot easier because you and your husband have a relationship together, and at the end of every day you can come with them. And like, how do I fit in dating? Like, I haven't been able to date or look at a guy or talk to a guy or deal with that whole situation, and I'm getting older and I need to get married, and I always wanted to find a father figure for Divine, and it's kind of getting flushed to the side because all of the demands, you know what I mean, as a single mom, everything is on you. All the garbage every time the garbage gets taken out, it's your responsibility. Everything is on you. Every time the dishes get done, every time a shoe gets picked up, every time anything gets done at all, it's done by you, you know what I mean? So you don't have an extra pair of hands to take out the garbage for you, or you don't have an extra pair of hands to pick up this or that. And there's the kids, right? There's the kids that I have in the home, but I'm not really big on discipline. That's somewhere where I falter, most definitely, and it's hard for me to lay down the law. And even if I do, even if he does pick up stuff, the kids in the house do pick up stuff, it's me who's responsible to go after them, to be like, okay, please pick this up, didn't I tell you to pick this up, why haven't you picked this up, Divine, can you pick this up, you know what I mean? It's still on me to make sure it gets done, so I have to manage it. And he's at an age where and the kids that come to my house are at an age where they definitely need to be managed in these areas, because there's like 12 and under, and they're not at the age where they can just do things on their own, and they just don't. At the same time, too, like, one thing that I want to say that has nothing to do with the subject is I have a lot of videotapings that I have not uploaded, and I guess I will upload those to encourage. And the only reason why I'm uploading things too is because I want to encourage other mothers and other big families that are Christian and that are trying to install Christian values and stick to Christian values to vlog, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to be listening to the swearing all the time and the type of movies that they watch and the music that they listen to. It's not conducive to me, and it's something I wouldn't do, and I don't want to be like, ugh. Every time I'm watching a family vlog and, they're watching pornographic movies, what I would call pornographic movies, or movies that I just think are just not healthy and good for kids to be watching, or doing crazy things, or, you know what I mean, and swearing and this type of stuff. But then there's also, like, I want to be able to watch a quality vlog where people have the proper equipment and they have their home organized so that they're actually an example to the world, and not like, they're not just like a really bad example of what a house should look like, and just total chaos and disorganization, because that's not the ideal. That's not what people want to aspire to. They want to have help being organized and having an organized home and having kids that are mannerly and graceful and appropriate. You know what I mean? A lot of these vlogs where I watch the kids were just totally obnoxious. It's Judy's Life is the best vlog that I've seen so far, and yeah, but she's not Christian, so it's not really working out for me. So I need y'all Christians to come out with a good, high quality family vlog. So now I'm into 15 minutes. Is there anything more to say? Well, oh yeah, so I was going to go into my situation. What's happening right now is I was supposed to, my birthday's coming up. My birthday's coming up. Oh, are we getting slowed down here? My birthday's coming up, and I was trying to get onto Akshazali. Dating guide or whatever, how to find the perfect guy or whatever. But I don't know how to live stream anything. So 2 hours of frustration trying to stream this thing live. And as well, right now it's like, oh, am I working? Oh, I am looking for work. I have been looking for work since February. It is now September, and I did find something the other day. It was just factory work, nothing special, you know, thinking, oh, a big university student, you should have some big fancy job. But because I didn't have transport and I didn't have steel-toe boots, I couldn't get there. So now that the kids are really no longer in my home anymore, I am really trying to figure out what to do with my life. And I'm not going to school at the moment because I have to stop to go into calculus. So now people have been trying to start daycares with me since I was 18, I think. And I wanted to start a daycare, but I'm really shy, and I was really discouraged by people who were like, oh, how's that babysitting thing going? I didn't even really... I'm really shy about it in the first place, and you know, when you put it like that, when you don't have a job and you're just living off of your parents, you know, to this person who said that, first, I don't know why I let it hurt me. I've been so thin-skinned these days, and I really need to snap out of it. But trying to get my place organized, and the fact that I have such a small space, and really getting it to code daycare ready for me has been a battle. It's been a battle, and I think that if I can get that down pat, because I don't see how I can functionally see it happening with having little kids in this small space. I'm thinking maybe if I had a 2-bedroom or something, but that's not the case. So I'm in a really funky period of my life right now, and I just finished going camping with Divine. So last weekend, that's what we were doing. Then we got back, and it was back to school, and Divine was going to junior high, and he got his first locker. So exciting. And I went with the girls, and honestly, it was like heaven on earth. It was hilarious. I have some of those vlogs I will be uploading for sure, because it was just amazingly fun. Even though I didn't get any sleep, I hardly got to eat. There was a lot of screaming involved because the raccoons took over us. Then we tried to do trails in the middle of the night. There was coyote scares. There was crazy people, and it was just so much fun. Canoeing, swimming, cute boys, everything you want in one episode of life. It's like, ugh, this lifeguard like took off his shirt because Alyssa was telling him that I had a crush on him, but it wasn't. The child was 16 years old, but he did not look 16. And he was really cute, and I asked him about calculus and stuff like that, and I was trying to hook him up with Alyssa, and we gave him Alyssa's number, and that was just so that, for her, like, I just want to see her stop dating these gangsters, you know what I mean? You know, we have friends that are just dating these guys who are, like, crap. Like, this looked like a nice Christian boy who would, you know, just not be into those things. Plus, he was in the country, right? So, you know, what do they really get into in the country? I don't know. Maybe I'm underestimating what goes on in the country. But, so, sorry, I'm trying to fix myself here. So, yeah, that's it. I'm not going to keep you any longer. There's a lot to update about. I stopped vlogging mostly, too, because I was like, what do I have to vlog about? But now I just wish that people would vlog about dumb crap. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see how you organize yourself in your life, and maybe it'll help me out. You know what I mean? Yeah, what's one good tip I can say before I go? For camping, I'm just trying to see how I organize things. Anything that I've organized in the last little bit that I did a good job on, where it really worked out. For something really wacky that I've done to help me to plan out dinners, to be more motivated to plan out dinners, is I was writing them on invitation cards. So it's like, and so the invitation cards had different themes. So what happens is, like, because I have tons of cards from the Value Village and stuff, so what happens is, if it's like a sportsy, if it's like a party, depending on the type of dinner I'm going to be having for that moment, that's the type of invitation card I have it on. So it's basically like, you're invited for pot roast and rice on this date, da 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 da, blah 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 blah, and you know, and then after, it's themed so that it's like, if it's a Thanksgiving dinner, it's a Thanksgiving invitation, or if it's, and I have all of the stuff, if it's like a crazy, maybe more of adult dinner, or a sportsy fun dinner, I'll have to show you. Like, this is, I'm not the organizational guru of the land, but okay. Oh, my world is falling. That's just my magnetic world that sits on a stand, and it levitates because of the magnet. So, let me show what's going on here. Okay. So, this is how it is. So, something like a Thanksgiving dinner, I would put on here. So I know exactly what I'm having, exactly what I need for my Thanksgiving dinner, and it's planned out. And maybe I could do this up to 4 years, so I can plan the next 4 years of Thanksgiving dinner, and that would be done on 4 of these cards. I know exactly what I want to cook. what I want to cook at that moment, at least. So if I'm, you get stumped, like, okay, what am I doing for this time? Just pull out this card. Pull out the ones like this. So then I have, these are the regular day ones. So I am invited to, I wish I had one that was filled out. Oh no, this was, oh, I think this one is filled out. So yeah. So this one has for casserole, grilled cheese lunch, and leftovers. August 16th and 17th. Sorry, I hope you didn't see my information there. We're going to be outdoors. I would put it on like a nice little postcard on this and just put on the back what we're going to be having. And with every dinner, you always have a theme. You want to have an appropriate dinner all the time. So there's some other ones. Sometimes you might be having a dinner that's to say thank you or for somebody else, to appreciate someone else. I would put that dinner or that lunch or that breakfast on here. As well, hold on. So let's say I'm going to have like a party, like having a barbecue. I was going to have a crazy barbecue at my friend's house. And, there's going to be like a party. I would put it on something like this. And I just put it on the back there. And so the theme of the party is there. And, because sometimes it gets a little boring. October 14th, bacon, pineapple, Betty's, carrot salad, blueberries in velvet cream, cornbread, Brussels sprouts. So this seems to be, oh, see, and there I have the date, so that I know exactly when Thanksgiving is going to hit, and I have everything on this card here. What else? Let me see. There is Christmas dinners, right? And I'll put that in there. There is just nice, maybe when I'm going to have a hectic day and I'm just going to need a relaxing dinner. I'm going to have an operation soon-ish, and I'll probably need to plan some really easy but relaxing and soothing dinners, and I'll put them on those. And happy birthday dinners. Well, that'll be for me soon, actually. I'll put that in there. Oh, Valentine dinner. That's pretty special. And here we have the Valentine, and you gotta put the dinner that you're gonna have on Valentine's right in there. And what else is there? If you're going to be out, picnic dinners would be on something like that. And, oh, Remembrance Day dinner. I have all types of things going on. Yeah, Tina's barbecue was supposed to be on the 22nd, and that was all the list of all the things that I need to get for that crazy party. So, yeah. So that's something you could try, something that I'm trying out, because I used to plan out the whole year, and that really worked for me. Like, seriously, helped everything to just work so nicely and smoothly because I knew what I was cooking. And yeah, I think that's it. Oh, that's my email going. But if anybody has any single mother dating tips, or and I just have to say, God has been good. I have stopped. You're gonna find I'm gonna upload stuff because I've been, ranting on my own my home videos at home. But I just changed churches. But God has been good. He, really just praying to him, and the other day I was praying that I would make it somewhere so that I'd be able to pick up some food, some extra food for the house. And I was thinking I was getting discouraged. I'm thinking, how many kids are there in Africa and all these places who don't get their prayer heard, or just don't, so is God really listening to me? And, that doubt creeps in sometimes. And I made it. When I got there, my friend was there, somebody who I knew was there, and she's like, oh, I was late. And I'm like, I'm just so surprised to see you. I thought I was the only, we were, really after the minute. And I didn't bring any bags to grab the food or anything, and they had everything there, and I had got so much stuff. It was just like a miracle, because that would never happen. They usually pack up half an hour before that, and they're gone. So God really heard my prayer, and I'm still pretty relishing in that, Sometimes you really feel so much gratitude, and you just sit in that gratitude for so long, but sometimes you get lazy, and you just maybe it's a reason for you to just chill out, but, I need to really get my day going and get on to the next wow factor with God, but today I've just been chilling out. I had a scary night. I heard about Jim Jones, but then somebody mentioned something even scarier to me last night, and I am still freaked out. Pray for me. I need to not have the spirit of fear, but the spirit of peace and a sound mind, I think it was. And oh man, what I would do right now to just have a big, strong, tall, handsome man that I don't have to be afraid. I think I'll just try to stay up tonight cleaning. That way I don't have to be scared. It really freaked me out. I'm so freaked out. I don't know how to just unfreak myself out. But honestly, about Jim Jones, I was freaked out about a month after. And I always knew about Jim Jones, but when I had to study it for a paper that I was doing, and the more and more I got into it, the more freaked out I got about the situation that people do that to people. It just freaks me out. It's just, I just don't get it. I just why do people want to hurt other people? I just don't get it. Why can't they just let other people live their lives? These cults where people stalk you and control you, and some of the stories just really freak me out, because I was in an abusive home as a child myself, and then I was in an abusive relationship, and I was stalked, and it's just scary. It's just really scary stuff, right? So it hits close to home, too close to home, because you feel like anything you do, any thought you think, they're going to know, so you have to just stay within your realm of what's okay to them. And growing up as a child in my stepmother's home, in my father's home, that's how it was for me. If I didn't walk around on eggshells, I was going to get punched in the stomach, kicked, punched in the lips, hit in the head. It was just a battle every day to get through every day. It was just ridiculous. And, people just get control of your mind. They get control of your soul and your spirit, because you are just so afraid, right? And the inner workings of cults and spiritual wickedness in high places, I didn't even tell you what this person told me, and I'm not really into ghosts. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in a lot of things, but this is something that shook me. And sometimes you'll have something that you don't really believe in too much, but the thought of it just scares the crap out of you, So I need to not think on these things. That's what the Bible says. And I'll keep listening to my scripture. I'm going to clean up, and hopefully I can show a before and after picture of my cleanup, because that's my main struggle right now, is getting this place clean and organized in a way that a daycare could run in this home. Do I want to run a daycare? Sure. I don't know. Whatever, I'll do it just because at least it'll be an achievement of some sort. Like, I love kids. Like I said, I have 10 kids in the house, but the business of a daycare just kind of makes me sick. You know what I mean? Like, making money off of kids just really isn't my idea. I'd run an orphanage any day where I'm not just getting paid to have kids. These are kids who have been abandoned by their parents, and there's nowhere for them to go, and they could come to me. But running a business where parents just drop off their kids and pay me tons of money, and I'm raising their kids when I know they should be with their kids, and I don't know. There's something about it, I just don't like the idea of it. I never have. I just don't like it. So anyways, peace out. God love ya. God bless. I'm going to be a big girl soon. My birthday is coming up. You know, I just watched this lady do some crocheting on YouTube, and she's 49 and she's a grandma, and you know, I feel like I have about 10, 15 years to be at her age, and I feel like, am I ready to be, like, I want to be a grandma at her age, but I really need to get my life together so that I can be a grandma. I'd love to be a grandma, and is Divine going to make me a proud grandma? We'll see. But anyways, I may or may not put up this video because we'll see what happens. So everybody, bye. Christian's vlog. Okay? Bye.